Hi, it's Roman from Gratitude. I'm here in my home office, just about ready to start my day, and I had an inspiration. Gratitude is becoming the studio for serious students of yoga and yoga teachers. A lot of the questions we get from students and teachers alike is the correlation between hip openers and emotions. You may have even heard it in your class where teachers suggest that half pigeon or any other type of hip opener has an incredible amount of energy or emotions in the hips. So what I want to do is I want to take a couple moments now and perhaps shed a little bit of light on this subject. So if you are a student of yoga, you'll bring some clarity to it. If you're a teacher, you'll be able to articulate a little bit more clearly so the student can really experience the bigger picture in regards to hip openers and the emotional body. Enjoy the video. Okay, so here's what we know. We know that the word emotion comes from the Latin emovere. Emovere means to come up, to move from one place to the other. We also know that emotion is broken into two words, E and motion. The E stands for energy, energy and motion. We also know that energy follows consciousness, as Einstein once wrote. So the first thing I want you guys to consider is that all thoughts have an emotional counterpart. And this is important, and we'll come back to this in a moment. So if emotions are energy and they're energy in motion, that means they have to move through something. The physical body is said to be an emotional conduit. You may have heard someone say, I have old emotions coming up, or anger is moving through me or overtaking me. And these are words to describe motion. Now, what physical tension does in the body, my first teacher, Baron, would always say, where there is resistance, there can be no flow. Really didn't understand what that meant. These days, it's crystal clear to me. Not only flow, which is movement of my body through these different asanas in our powerful yoga classes, but also, and most importantly, the movement of emotion. Whether it's emotion that you're feeling in this moment, where perhaps you see something. A good friend of mine the other day saw a deer get injured, and she was feeling the emotion. She shared it with the group, and we all felt that emotion in the moment. Or maybe it's unconscious. Perhaps a feeling of fear or doubt or despair or something was placed in our unconscious before. The physical body is the medium by which we experience the emotions. Why hip openers evoke a lot of emotions? Well, it's my belief that hips, the muscles around the hips, whether it be the front of the hips, the hip flexors, the psoas, the stomach musculature, the quadriceps muscles, the sartorius muscle, or the muscles of the back, lower back, the quadratus lumborum, the gluteus muscles, the piriformis, the hamstrings, all those muscles that are around the hips, whatever specific hip musculature is tight, if energy can't flow through that region because it's tight, well, then it gets stuck. And when we go into hip openers and we start to move ourselves through the hips and breathe through it, it facilitates a release of emotion. If you're a yoga student, you may have experienced, whether it be sadness or joy. Sometimes people chuckle in half pigeon. Sometimes people weep and cry. As a student, when you go into half pigeon or any type of hip opener and you start to experience some emotion, some things coming up, what we suggest is that you turn to breath. You make sure that your posture is supported and bolstered, which is going to allow you to go to your breath. If you go too deep and the sensations are too strong, you can tell oftentimes because the breath and its flow is inhibited. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that there's that comfortable discomfort and you're able to breathe. We typically hold these half pigeon postures or these hip openers 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, in a yin class structure a little bit longer, but it's certainly doable. And the benefits of staying with the pose, as long as it's safe, as long as you feel like you can breathe, far outweigh the minor discomfort. Because a lot of times, our inability to take action in this world, on our earthly sojourn, or whatever our dharma might be, our calling, our path, our purpose, is believed to be due to unconscious emotions, stuck emotions in our body. And over the 2 decades of work that I've done with people in this particular context of yoga, dozens, if not hundreds of people have expressed to me how free they feel after working through some stuff on the yoga mat, and how empowered and emboldened they feel when they step into their lives and start to move towards their dreams, their goals, and their desires. So I hope this video was really helpful for you guys. Once again, thank you for making gratitude stand out from all the rest. Can't do it without you. I look forward to seeing you in class soon. If you love this video, let us know about it. Take good care.